All right. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, Webisode 590, the Fungus Podcast.
Fungus is a white mushroom-like Pokemon with a cap that looks quite similar to a Pokeball.
Mom, Brain, could you tell us about Fungus, please?
Fungus? Yes, I will. Happily. Maybe we don't show what I look like today.
All right. We won't.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post.
Yep. Fix it in post.
Just blur it out. Fungus is a white mushroom-like Pokemon with a cap that looks quite similar to a Pokeball, or as some of the kids are calling it in my class, a Pokeball.
I need a Pokeball.
Yep. Or no. Yeah.
There's a
Pokeball.
Pokemon inside. Pokemon.
Pokemon Go.
It has stubby, digitless arms, a pink,
Like you.
a large pink mouth, and pinprick-like dark eyes.
I know.
It uses the Pokeball-like pattern on its head to lure people and Pokemon in grassy areas. Then releases a cloud of poisonous spores to defend itself. Well, if you're luring stuff in, then why are you defending yourself? You asked for it to come in. It moves by either hopping or turning on its side
It's
and
like being
rolling
on a date.
its cap.
If you're going on a blind date, you're trying to lure people in so you can go on a date with them, but then you're still on the defensive because you're like, oh, maybe they won't like that I love turnips.
Who would dislike that about someone?
Turnips aren't everyone's favorite food. I'll just say that.
Are you saying you don't like turnips?
I don't like anything. I'm not the one to judge that for.
That's
But do you like turnips?
I can't remember the last time I had turnips.
Well, then
Your
who
mom
doesn't
doesn't
like
make
them?
them for Thanksgiving?
No.
Are turnips a big thing at Thanksgiving, or is it just a big thing for you at
I
Thanksgiving?
think it might just be a big thing for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That they're always a thing at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, here. So are like
And your parents too.
clams or something.
Scalloped oysters.
Whatever. Same thing.
It's a side dish.
I don't feel like many people are like, ooh, Thanksgiving, can't wait for the scalloped oysters. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying.
it's just a great day
Everyone's
to
got
eat.
their tradition.
Yeah, eat all the food that you really love.
No, I think that's a fine idea. Brain, please continue.
All right, well, that's all there is to know about Fungus. It's number...
590.
Who's doing the Pokemon? You or
Sorry,
me?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's right. Excuse me, I have Ginders. It's number 590.
Ginder and Ginder.
It's a grass poison Pokemon. Its abilities include Effect Spore, and its hidden ability is Regenerator.
Reach around.
And 50-50 male to female ratio. They
Fungus,
are
use reach around. Oh, yeah.
they are 8 inches high and weigh 2.2 pounds. So they're just little peanuts.
Little fungus peanuts.
That's all you need to know about Fungus, you perverts.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
Sure thing.
Hi, it's podcast time. I'm going to start off with something a little special. I showed these on our YouTube channel, but just in case you didn't see them there, I'll do it here. We have the Legend of Zelda 30th Anniversary Amiibo. So we have 8-Bit Link, who has a nose, which as far as I know, he didn't have a nose in the original game.
It's hard to tell.
And also very interesting, on his back is the Master Sword, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't think that would be back there. So
also, his eyes are green and brown.
Yes, eyes are green and brown. Famous characteristic of Link. We also have Ocarina of Time Link. There he is playing his little ocarina. Come on there.
What is it? Is there a problem with the lighting?
It's like, whatever, good enough. And then on his back, he has the Master Sword.
Just take my word for it.
Shield.
It's Link.
It's Link, trust me. It's Link. Then we have Toon Link from Wind Waker. It went to focus and then unfocused. With his Wind Waker from Wind Waker. This is Wind Waker Link from Wind Waker, and he has his Wind Waker right here. And then a shield. And then we have Wind Waker Zelda. And like I pointed out in the video yesterday, Wind Waker Zelda is called Wind Waker Zelda, but Link is called Toon Link.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Because of Smash Brothers? I don't know why.
Because, I don't know, it's not supposed to make sense. apparently.
So there you go. Those 4 are available now. So if you want them, you can go out to, well, hopefully you can go out to your local Amiibo retailer and pick them up. Hopefully they are available. It seems like a pack that's going to be quite popular. And as we also said yesterday, you can use all 4 of those Amiibo in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild when that comes out, which we know it will come out in 2017, but it doesn't have an official release date yet. So other than 2017, that's all we got. But get out there, buy them now, and then you can do things with them later. I mean, you could just like have like you can make little skits if you want, like have them talk to each other. That'd be exciting. You could just go out and buy friends. These 4 will be your friends, and then you don't need real friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, friends. I'd love to have friends. All right, so there's that, and I also want to talk about our YouTube channel because I'm doing a big push for our YouTube channel. We're going to have all kinds of content there, and it started this week. I kicked things off with a video review for Super Mario Maker for 3DS. So if you want to see what I thought of that game, as of right now, the only way to see that, or the only way to see my thoughts on the game is to check out the video review. And I know a couple people were like, I want the written review. Why don't you have the written review? This video takes 5 minutes. Somebody, I think, said, why isn't there a written review? I could read through that in 5 minutes instead of watching this video. But the video was 5 minutes. So I don't know what he means. But yeah, I understand that people want the written review. So I might put that up there as well alongside. And it's just going to be like the script for the video review because that's how it works. Well, that's how it works for me anyway. I wrote down what I wanted to say and then I read it so I wasn't screwing things up while I was putting together footage. So
Carefree Captain wants you to know something.
Carefree Captain says, Link's sprite had a nose when he's facing left or right in Zelda 1. Did it?
Oh yeah, I think he's right. Actually,
I need to see the sprite. I need to see. I don't believe it.
I believe him.
So you can watch that video review.
Pixar didn't happen.
But there's other content on there. We're going to do, so if you were around GoNintendo, this was a while ago. I used to do a thing called GoNintendo Nightly, but it just took too long to edit, and it was too much content to do each night. So I had to stop it after a while. But I loved doing that, and I wanted to get back into something like it. So I am doing something like it. It's just called Today's Big Story. So you get one story from the day. That was the biggest story of the day, deemed by me, because I am the decider. And I'll put together a little video feature on that. And I will also include comments from you guys. And I'm looking at your comments on Facebook and Twitter and the site in general. So I will randomly pick stuff from there off of those stories and share them in the video feature. So when did I start that? I started it this week, but so far we've had an episode about Pokemon. We've had 2 episodes about The Legend of Zelda, and we're not going to do them on Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a Monday through Friday thing. So check those out. And then we also have Parents Play, and I know the latest Parents Play isn't available this week, or isn't available yet because the Game Awards were on Thursday night, and that's usually when I get that stuff going. So I had my parents come over early to record. So the video is done, or the recording is done, and now I just have to edit, which I'll probably do tonight or tomorrow night. Because there's some other things I have to work on too, but it is coming. So, long story short, yeah, our YouTube channel, it's going to be active. There's going to be stuff. This is the best push I can give you for the YouTube channel. Yesterday, I uploaded the same videos, the same themed videos that Game Explain did, and I uploaded them at exactly the same time, and we weren't talking to each other. We did it twice in the same day.
Weirdos.
So I uploaded mine, and YouTube sends me an email, and it goes, congratulations, your video's ready. And right after that, I got an email from YouTube letting me know that Game Explain had a video, and I went to go look at theirs, and I was like, oh my God, we did the same thing. And then later on that day, I did another video, and we did the same thing again, at the same time again.
And then you received a cease and desist order from Game Explain.
Well, that's funny. So yeah, so basically, hopefully that bodes well for my content. That means that it'll be things people want to see. But always check out Game Explain for their analysis and any other videos that they do because they're insane. But it's funny you bring that up because so far, I have not uploaded a video on YouTube that hasn't had a claim put against it. And it happens right away. And it's almost always Nintendo. And it says, don't worry, you're not in trouble. It just means you can't advertise on this video. but we'll show advertisements and the money goes to Nintendo. That's how it
Okay.
works. So, I mean, I'm not doing it for money, so I
Yeah,
don't give a
I'm
crap
assuming
there.
you're fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure at some
Unlike
point it would be
some
nice
YouTubers.
to do something that gets money off of there, but yeah, that's not my point. I just want to make content for you guys. So yeah, I would love it if you would go subscribe to the channel, but that's only if you see stuff you like. I don't want you to like subscribe and never watch. I want you to subscribe and be like, oh boy, RMC's got a new video. I can't wait to see it. Not like, oh yeah, this garbage. I subscribed to this because that guy whined about it. So if you watch some of the videos and you like
told
it,
me to smash that
yeah,
MF and
smash that
subscribe
MF.
button.
Well, yeah, now it's not the like button anymore. It's the bell. Smash that MF and bell. Because apparently, have you been watching H3H3's videos?
Not recently, no.
So there's something going on YouTube. Channels that you are subscribed to, select channels, people are not getting notifications when a new video comes in. And YouTube's like, nope, everything's business as usual. And like Ethan from H3H3 and PewDiePie are like, people are not getting notifications that my videos are up and they're subscribed. They're getting absolutely nothing. And my videos aren't in the recommended stuff on the side. They're like, I don't know what's going on. So PewDiePie's like, hey, when I hit 50 million subscribers, because that's a milestone that's never been hit, and he's really close to it, he said, I'm going to delete my channel and start fresh because apparently this doesn't work anymore. And YouTube's like, whoa, wait a minute, buddy, because, you know, they really want him to stay around and
the only way
keep his channel subscription. So they're like, we'll talk to you about it. So he was going to upload a video based on the conversation he had with YouTube. I don't know if he put that up yet, but there's been trouble. So this is how you subscribe on YouTube to make sure you get content updates or notifications when a video has come in. So you click this subscribe button, and then next to that, there's a bell. You click the bell, and it says something like turn on notifications or something like that. And when you click that and say, okay, then the bell has a little like vibrate image next to it. And that means you will get notifications when a video actually comes in. And I've tried it for a few channels and it's worked so far. So if you want to subscribe, you can go to our top stories and check out one of the videos there. Or you can just go to youtube.com/user/rawmeatcowboyable, because Raw Meat Cowboy was taken. And I'm going to change that to a custom URL, except custom URL changing is down at the moment. So youtube.com/user/rawmeatcowboyable, all one word, and subscribe there, and hopefully you see some stuff you like. And I want to say thank you to the people that have subscribed so far. I was surprised that people liking what I'm doing and wanting to follow along. So long story short, there's going to be like unboxings, like, oh yeah, I did the Amiibo unboxing on there, so you can see a much better look at those Amiibo. You're going to see the Today's Big Story Monday through Friday. You'll get the podcast on Saturday. There'll be the Parents Play hopefully sometime on Thursday and Friday. That's definitely going to happen. Parents Play is here to stay. It's just when I can get it done. There will be more video reviews when there's games to review. And then I'm open to whatever other ideas you guys have or any other video features that I come up with. But I think right now we got something good. Something every day, plus video reviews, plus Parents Play, plus the podcast. That's a lot of video content. Yeah, Nate Senpai, that's what I'm doing. I get the alerts on my phone. I have it set up, and when I get the little message that lets me know somebody's uploaded something. Like I just got one from Josh Thomas. He just did a new Amiibo video that's up, so I will be sharing that with you guys later. But yeah, it's cool to get it on your phone. So that's my big spiel for YouTube. And yeah, each week I'll harass you about the content that I have, the new content that's on there, but I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole again. So you know the deal. So if you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't. If you want to watch the videos and don't subscribe, don't have to. I think that's it. We got a lot of top stories. Oh, I was thinking about this too. So the Twitter thing that we do every week. I'm trying it different this week. I think we might go back to having questions that we used to answer. Because it seems like people liked that more, but now with social media, it's a lot easier to get questions rather than having to go to the message board and all that crap. So like we'll do it on Twitter or something like that, and you guys can just ask questions. So that's what we're going to try this week. And then maybe we'll have one post where I have you guys respond to, and we could do a few tweets from it instead of all the tweets. So we'll see how it goes. But yes, today are questions from you to us, and we're not going to answer them all today, but we will answer all of them as time goes on. So you have time. Go over on Twitter, answer the question, or you can go to the post on GoNintendo and answer the question with a question, and we will read some of those later. All right, now let's get to top stories. I don't even know if I want to do that one. We're going to skip that one. All right, Europe, this week's digital downloads. This week's downloads digitally. What did Europe get? They got Super Mario Maker for 3DS. If you don't have the Wii U version, I very much recommend this version, as long as you are aware that it lacks the online aspects that the Wii U version has. So you are not able to upload courses that you make, but you are able to download and play almost all the courses that are on the Wii U version. Plus, you can share your 3DS created levels through Spot Pass? Street Pass? I don't remember. And locally as well. So there's just no uploading of your levels to the internet for everyone to play. Also available, finally in Europe, is Picross 3D Round 2. That took quite a while to come out over there, but it is available. It's, Picross in 3D, just like the last one. And there's over 300 new puzzles to check out. Another long time coming game for Europe is Seventh Dragon 3 Code VFD. That is finally available. Again, we got that from Atlas, Sega and Atlas a long time ago, and now it's finally over in Europe. So that has come out with a whole bunch of DLC. Some of it is paid, and some of it is free. And some of the DLC doesn't come out until the 8th, but the majority of it is out right now. Also available, same story, Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. That's hadn't come over to Europe until just now. We've had it for a long time. It's available now. There is DLC available for that as well. There's some DLC that's free right now, and it will be free until December 8th. And then there's paid DLC as well. The Sonic 25th Anniversary sale is going on. So you can get a whole bunch of discounts on various Sonic games like Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice. That's the newest Sonic game. There's Sonic Boom in general, Sonic Lost World, Sonic Generations, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic Drift 2, Sonic Blast, Sonic Labyrinth, 3D Sonic the Hodgehog,
Sonic the Hodgepodge.
Sonic the Hodgepodge, and 3D Sonic the Hodgepodge 2. Special offers on, let's see if there's anything notable. Fun Mini Golf Touch.
Ooh.
There's a game called Prown.
P?
P-R-O-U-N. Prown.
Okay.
Prown Plus. 3DS theme shop. Oh, Mom Brain!
Hello Kitty?
No. Miffy.
Oh, Miffy's.
The Miffy Dreamer theme is available, and the Miffy's Gifts theme is available. And there's also the Christmas with Miffy theme. 3DS eShop got Hyperlight EX. It also got Cup Critters. In Cup Critters, you must manipulate gravity to keep those crazy balls in the cups. As you advance, your score gets higher and the tricks get more difficult. Great for fun. Great fun for casuals and core gamers alike. So what the hell is the critter?
You don't want to know.
In Cup Critters, you must manipulate gravity to keep those crazy balls in the cups. It says nothing about critters. What's the critter? Forget this game. What's the critter, Kirby?
What are you looking at me for?
Wii U eShop got Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. That's the new play control version that was on the Wii. That is now available on the Wii U to download. There's also Shoot the Ball, which you can probably figure out. What is this? You know how to read German, right? You want to pronounce this for me?
Oh, boy.
The bold title at top.
Well, right here.
Yes.
Frag doch mal die Maus.
Let me tell you what that is.
Something about a mouse.
Everyone in German-speaking territory grew up with The Mouse. The show Die Sendung mit der Maus by German public TV station is on TV for over 40 years. Quarterly, a Saturday primetime live quiz show is produced, which is the basis for this quiz game. Oh, so it's a quiz game about some show with a mouse that Germans love. And then more special offers and stuff like that. Those are your European releases. Let's see what you guys had to say about it. The first comment, hello, Video Game Guru. Oh, I didn't say hellos to people. That's terrible. I'll do that in a second. First comment comes from, yes, Nintendo 2 Company says, another poor week for Wii U. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat can be bought on eBay for far less than half of 20 pounds or 20 whatever. Terrible new games. The discounted games are poor, and the discounted Sega games can be bought cheaper physically, too. Jeez. What's not to like this week? Hello, Steister and Nico Darunia and Video Game Guru and G-Mansar and Nate Senpai and Carefree Captain and Rocket. and Roth, and Hiley and Tom, and Blue Husky, and Twisted N, and whoever else is in here that I didn't see. Thank you for joining us today. I know today is a little bit busy in the video game world because Sony's doing their event. So I'm sure some of you are watching that action. But for those that did join us, I appreciate it. Pokemon Sun and Moon have hit a record in Europe and the UK specifically, but Europe in general. Here's what happened. Pokemon Sun and Moon are Nintendo's biggest ever UK launch. Bigger than any Wii game. So it's the biggest launch ever in the UK for Nintendo in their entire history. It's bigger than any other Pokemon game, obviously, because it's bigger than anything else. So bigger than any other 3DS game, anything. It's a new record for Nintendo. So they have something to be very happy about. And I'm sure a lot of you picked up that game as well. Nate Senpai says he's playing it right now. iRoral has the first comment that says, on one hand, very impressive, especially considering that's the not Nintendo-friendly UK. On the other hand, considering other day one sales, this shows how much they don't like Nintendo if this is that impressive. Yeah, UK is not really a Nintendo place, that is for sure. But a success is a success. Pokemon Sun and Moon were Black Friday's most popular video games. So now that's something to be excited about no matter where you live. And the NES Classic Edition is sold out, which I think a lot of you already know. Here's something about the NES Classic Edition. If you are still trying to get one, you might want to line up at Toys R Us tonight because they are selling them tomorrow nationwide. So if you live in the United States, you should be able to get an NES Classic Edition tomorrow at Toys R Us. So cross your fingers. Bundle up, get out there in the cold, because I'm sure there's going to be lines. And you know why I'm sure? Because they're also getting another item tomorrow.
Hatchimals?
Hatchimals tomorrow. So it's a big day at Toys R Us. So good luck to anybody that gets out there and tries to get one. Just be safe and stay warm and all that jazz. So here's the details. NES Classic Edition sold out. The best-selling video game was Pokemon Sun and Moon. That topped other big titles like Call of Duty and Battlefield 1, and I think that might be it. There's some others in there, but those are the notable ones. So Black Friday deals, people were out there to get some Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I know people were out there to pick up that 3DS as well because I saw lots of angry people about how or being angry over how it was sold out. I saw a guy at Target that was ready to start kicking people, I think. He was like, are they all sold out already? And the lady was like, yeah, they sold out hours ago. And he was like, what the hell's going on here, man? And he like looked like he was going to kick something, and then he decided not to and walked away. So I'm sure he beat his children later that night. G-Man Sir says, who cares? Just a fad. Digimon will take the crown. Mark my word, haters. Digimon, it never died. It's still around. There's still Digimon games coming out. There's a new Digimon game for 3DS in Japan. I watched some Digimon, but I never really got into it.
Digimon, Digimon monsters.
Were you a Digimon person?
Digimon
No,
are
but
the
I heard it all the
champions.
time.
Why?
I don't know. It must have been on like.
I think you heard it all the time because I used to sing it all the time.
Oh well, that's possible.
So we have some Switch news. Nintendo is hosting a private, media-only, invite-only Switch event in New York City on January 13th. So that is the day after the worldwide live stream that Nintendo is hosting, where the entire world will get the first look at officially revealed Switch games. So we'll finally get to see what Nintendo's doing. We'll finally get to see what third parties are doing. We'll get to hear price, hopefully, and an official launch date and all that. So that happens on the 12th. And then in New York City the following day, Nintendo is hosting a 5-hour event for select media to go in and try the system out. And I'm just going to jump on this now because there's other stories about it. That same day, there's going to be a Nintendo event in Paris for the Switch as well, for media. And then in Australia on the 14th, which is technically the same day, when you're talking about time zones, Australia is having one as well. So there are multiple media or press-only events going on for the Switch. So I don't know. I would guess a lot of that stuff is going to be embargoed, but you should be able to see some content coming from those events. We will see what happens, but it looks like the 12th and the 13th are going to be really big days for Nintendo fans, and hopefully Nintendo has a lot of great stuff lined up to show us about the Switch. Guy Bonds has the first comment and says, only Yokai Watch 3 and Disney Magical World 3 will be playable. Well, that's all you need right there. Those are two major system sellers. I mean, Yokai Watch is doing really well in Europe. It just doesn't seem to catch on here. I don't know what's going on.
Because we hate games about collecting monsters, obviously.
Like, I guess we only have room in our hearts and our lives for one monster collecting game, and that's Pokemon. And outside of that,
or maybe we love monsters, but we hate ghosts.
That could be it. That could be it. Or you know what? Yokai are grosser on average than Pokemon are.
That's true. There's one that looks like a butt, right?
It's the cheek squeak that looks like a butt. There's the guy that there's a guy called Swelter who's basically just a big fat guy that sweats all the time.
Oh.
There's like one with a booger hanging out of its nose, and yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe we just don't like that potty humor. Yeah, I mean,
I think it's great, personally.
I love it. I can't get enough. I like Yokai Watch. I mean, the Yokai Watch bundle, the 2DS bundle, was a sellout, so that's good. But I don't know how much of that is just because it was a good price on a 3DS, or because people were excited for Yokai Watch. I don't know, but it's definitely not as big here as it is in Europe. It seems like it's growing roughly the same way in Europe as it did in Japan, if not a little bit better. So I guess we're just going to be left out in the future. Giant Reggie. There's no official time for the live streaming event on the 12th yet. Nintendo has not revealed that. All right, so we have a rumor about the future of the Skylanders franchise.
Uh-oh. Near and dear to my heart.
It sounds like Skylanders might be going away because more recent Skylanders games just haven't been bringing in the kids. They haven't been pulling in the money. Skylanders Imaginators, I guess, just hasn't done a lot for Activision, so they're thinking... Rumor has it they're thinking it might be time for the franchise to take a little bit of a rest, just like Spyro did for a while there before he became just some guy that's in Skylanders. So
I mean, you can only oversaturate the market so much.
Yeah, you know, it's those yearly franchises. Maybe people get tired of that. Just like Call of Duty, this recent Call of Duty is selling well below what other ones did. It might be time to not do yearly franchises. I mean, Ubisoft finally realized that. They were like, all right, let's not do yearly Assassin's Creed anymore. People are kind of getting
did they
burnt
really
out on
decide
that.
on that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they did. But maybe they only decided on that because they're like, we don't have to do a game this year. The movie's coming out. Hello, Manukaru.
Here's the thing with stuff like that, with games like that, like Skylanders. They're so like... They're like crack for kids. Like kids get into that, and then like parents and aunts and uncles and family and grandparents, they get into like buying that crap for the kids because they're like, oh, this is Skylanders, let's buy it for so and so. This is Skylanders, they love Skylanders, let's buy it for so and so. And there's like no end to the amount of Skylanders crap that you can buy for kids. But it's like there's like Skylanders coloring books and Skylanders books and Skylanders calendar. Like it's just so saturated. And it's so easy to buy that crap for kids that, like, I can see why, like, pooping out a game once a year is, like, lucrative. Like, think about all the money that they're making on all that crap.
Hello, Manukaru. Yeah, I completely agree. But, yeah, they've oversaturated the market. I mean, just the new game every year is enough because they have so many...
backpacks, thermoses.
They have so many toys that are tied to the game. That's like hundreds and hundreds of dollars right there.
Dorothy, like, her kids love Skylanders. Like, love them. They have so many. And it's like...
So then why is it dying?
Well, they're helping to keep it alive. I know that for a fact. And I think that like, Connor was asking Santa for, like, a big Skylander or something. But I think, it's so easy too because the little Skylanders figures aren't that expensive, so it's something that like is easy to say yes to for your kids to like get them in and out of the store or to bribe them to like, you know, not wet the bed or whatever.
When are her kids watching the Skylanders Netflix show? It's brand new.
I don't know. I'm sure they are.
There's a cartoon on Netflix for Skylanders right now.
Yeah, they love. I mean, and they love it. Like, who's the Chaos? Chaos is the little
Chaos!
Yeah. Well, that's what I got Brendan for his birthday, was a Chaos costume, and he's like in love with it. He like runs around the house. I am Chaos.
So he wants to be the bad guy?
Yeah, he's a lot. They're very similar, him and Chaos.
Wow.
No, just like they're like these little guys with big personalities.
Sure, that's what you meant. Not villains. That's not what
No,
you meant at
no,
all.
he's not a villain.
So, like I said, that's just rumor for right now. But I know a lot of you guys don't give a crap because every time I post a Skylanders story, you're like, why is this on the site? I hate Skylanders. Skylanders is for lames. So let's see what the first comment is here. Let's see if it's exactly that. First comment comes from Vonter, and he says, the Toys to Life genre is dying. Kind of a shame. I mean, I wasn't that into the mainstream game. He says, kind of a shame. I mean, wasn't that like the mainstream game for children? I suppose there's not a place for mascots outside of indie and digital games. Prove me wrong, ukulele. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just think Toys to Life was too much too soon. Like, they did so much of it all at once. You had Skylanders, and then you had Disney Infinity, and then you had Lego Dimensions, and you got Amiibo in there too, which aren't exactly the same thing, but still close enough. So there's just, I mean, if you're a parent, you're not going to be like, all right, I'm going to spend $50 on Lego toys and $50 on Skylanders and $50 on Disney, and a new one comes out every year. It's too much. It's too much. Parents are just like, screw you, kids. Manu Karu has something nice to say. They say, I visit your site from the beginning, I guess, but that's the first time I see you live, so thank you, GoNintendo.com. As a huge Nintendo fan, this site changed my life. Even if we got good French Nintendo fan sites, your site is the place to be to get live Nintendo news. You are my reference. Well, thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for being here from the beginning. It's been a long time, but I'm glad to see you're still around, so I must be doing something right. Wow, this is perfect. Our next story is about Ubisoft, which is French.
Oh, that's true.
Can you believe it? All right, so there was that rumor of a Rabbids cross Mario RPG game coming to the Switch. And obviously Ubisoft and Nintendo have not talked about that at all and won't until the official reveal, which will probably be at the January 12th event. Sorry, G-Man, sorry. And Ubisoft put up a 30th anniversary celebration video. And normally that's not something I would share, but there's something very interesting in this video. For a quick second, one portion of the video has some guy taking pictures of a wall of Rabbids. They have different design Rabbids in like glass cases, glass bubbles. So they have, your usual variety of Rabbids. But in the upper left-hand corner, in the upper right-hand corner, there are some interesting Rabbids. There's 3 Rabbids that are very interesting. One is a Mario Rabbid, one is a Luigi Rabbid, and one is a Toad Rabbid. They have never been shown before. They are not released anywhere else. This is an official Ubisoft video. They're not mentioned. They're just quickly shown, and that's it. I don't know if this picture is going to hold up here, but... Oh, yeah, you can make it out. In the yellow boxes. What's going on there? Why are they there? It comes up at a time when the rumor just hit, and it seems pretty interesting that would be there.
Kirby, G-Man Sir needs to know what you think of George W. Bush's administration.
Oh, yeah. He's been asking me to ask you this question for a while now, as a joke.
Wait, why me?
Just I don't know, because you're his moral compass, I guess. I don't know why he wants to know about it right now.
I didn't think it was that great.
There you go.
I don't know. I think the war was kind of a bad idea. It cost a lot of money.
And lies.
The war on drugs.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure some people died.
So that's never good.
Yeah, I'm not really the person you want to.
Giant Reggie says,
ask
"Yeah,
questions,
come on, Kirby. He respects
about.
your opinion." Von Terrace, first comment, he says, "It's time to bring the rabbit ears back," and he shows Mario from Super Mario Land 2, where Mario had the little rabbit ears that made him fly. Because that makes perfect sense. But yeah, you can take that however you want. It's just some art that Ubisoft has shown off, or it's a little tease for that game. So Nintendo revealed more details for their plans for attractions at Universal Studios, and that includes the 3 parks: the park in Osaka, the park in Orlando, and the park in Hollywood. So a while ago we covered this on a podcast. There was a rumor where somebody on Reddit was like, I was at Universal Studios and Miyamoto was there by the Universal Studios globe, and they were taking footage of him and taking pictures, and they had it blocked off by a whole bunch of people. And I posted that, and people were like, boy, you believe everything on the internet, don't you? And I was like, there's something about the way this guy's speaking that I feel is really genuine, and it's such an odd thing to come up with that I would find it really surprising that that was a fake thing. And in this video, we see Miyamoto in front of the Universal globe being photographed and having video footage taken of him. So, coincidence? I think not. But in this video, they talk about how, you know, they're working on stuff now. I told you it's going to be at those 3 resorts. It will be an expansive, immersive, and interactive whatever. They will be highly themed and authentic environments filled with multiple attractions, shops, and restaurants. So this isn't one ride. This is like a land, like a Nintendo land, if you will. Guests will feel as if they are playing inside their favorite games, this time in real life.
IRL, as the kids say these days.
There will be something for everyone, regardless of your age or gaming experience. And they're playing. They say the planning and creative work on these areas is well underway, and they will open separately over the next several years. So we don't have an official date for when the first one will open or where it will open, what park will have content first, but they are working on things right now. And I know there's fan sites for theme parks, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're keeping a very close watch on this stuff, so I might have to hunt out some of that stuff. Plus, Josh Thomas over at the BitBlock is a huge theme park person as well, and he's really big into Universal, so I'm sure he might get some insight into that stuff. Lila Troy has first comment and says, okay, I'm definitely going to wait. I am planning to go back there because of Harry Potter, but it can't hurt to wait a little longer. Well, hopefully you don't have to wait too long, but stuff is in the works, they said. As I mentioned earlier, the Yokai Watch 2DS bundle was a big hit on... Oh, I'm sorry, I said Black Friday. That's a lie. It was a big hit on Cyber Monday. So this is according to research from something. I don't know. Well, I'll go the extra mile. I4U did some research, and they looked at items that sold out quickly on Cyber Monday, and at number 1, they say the Nintendo 2DS with Yokai Watch packed in was a big sellout, and they say pretty much sold out. You might be able to find 1 or 2 here or there, but for all intents and purposes, it is gone. So, I keep, as my dad would say, I keep hemming and hawing over buying a 2DS, and I never bite the bullet. I think I might bite the bullet just because I want to see how...
You won't buy yourself a mechanical keyboard that you use every day because you can't just go around for
3DS.
$35 on special.
I use the 3DS to play games for review, and I talk about games.
But you use a keyboard all day, every day.
Let me say...
And it was way on sale, and it was what you wanted.
Can I explain? So when I play 3DS, my hands cramp up. Like they hurt. And I know that's not an issue with the 2DS, which is why I want to do that. When it comes to the keyboard, I have a perfectly functioning keyboard. I don't need another one. But if the keyboard was causing me pain, then I would think about getting a mechanical keyboard. Right now, I just want one. Plus, with like the holiday season coming up, I'll just like ask my parents or something. Or Santa.
You can ask Santa.
Santa? Santa? Hello, Ray Hunter, and goodbye, Ray Hunter, if I didn't say hi to you. So, let's do that. Yeah, run real fast. I want to see... Oh, it's got a positive 2 rating. I'm surprised. G-Man Sir says, do you want me to your hands, RMC? I think he forgot a word, but I like it. Do you want me to your hands? What's going on here?
Going on where?
I'm going to click on something, and it ain't working. This goddamn GoNintendo, what a fart of a site.
What a racket.
There we go. PC has first comment, not the PC you're thinking. PC says, Nintendo running out of stock on items doesn't seem to be much of an accomplishment these days. Well, that is true. They are having trouble, but it's not like the Yokai Watch 2DS bundle was like a hot item like the NES Classic Edition was. Take-Two, you know, I should read that. Oh, no, shouldn't have read it. Take-Two had some really nice things to say about the Switch. This is Take-Two's president, Carl Sladoff, and he says, with any new hardware, there's always an element of wait and see, and the install base is going to drive a lot of Take-Two's level of support. We're very intrigued and excited about the Switch. The Nintendo folks, I think, are making a great effort to reach out to third-party developers, which is fantastic. I would say we're very optimistic, and they're good partners. We're excited to work with them in the future. So that is exactly what you want to hear from a third party. You want to hear them say, we think Nintendo is doing a great job in reaching out to third parties. You don't really hear that. You hear third parties saying, like, we're very happy to work with Nintendo. Their games are great. We're excited about what we're doing. You don't hear them saying, man, Nintendo's doing a great job reaching out to third parties. That's new. That's good. Link to the Past says, Link, the number 2, the letter D, and then past. Link to D Past.
Link to D Past.
He says, what's wrong with third parties being wary about the Switch? What's wrong with them wanting the system to be a massive success so they can reach a wider demographic and make more money? This isn't charity work. It's Nintendo's job to make an ecosystem where third parties can be profitable. All capital letters. These companies have no allegiance to anyone. They go where the money is. The Wii U's ecosystem was toxic to third parties. Their content did not sell, including the ones they actually put effort in. They have every right to test the waters and see if it's viable, and Nintendo making their lives easier is a great thing. I mostly agree with that. I do feel there are a couple third parties that have more of an allegiance to some platform. And I'm not saying that's an allegiance that's never broken.
Their only allegiance is to the
all IDR. But like Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog feels very strongly about Sony. They don't have to only make... I'm not saying it's unwarranted. It's completely fine, but...
But they were like an in-house studio for the... Are they? Wait, are they still an in-house studio?
That I don't know. And like... Insomniac, there's another one, like very big Sony focus, but they don't only do Sony. So I think there is some...
But they did for a while, like before they branched out. So yeah, in those situations, I can understand why there's loyalty.
Let's see what else. Like, yeah, like when you talk about like EA and Activision, and then they don't have an allegiance because they go where the money is, like we were saying. Like EA will do exclusivity deals with whatever company's doing better at the time. So Stardew Valley, which we knew was coming to the Wii U, is now canceled for the Wii U, which really isn't a big surprise. But the good news is it's coming to Switch instead. Stardew Valley's been a really big hit. It's basically Harvest Moon, but in with a different twist to it. Stardew Valley. This is the dev team from their official blog. They say Stardew Valley will not be coming to the Wii U. Looking at Wii U and the current gaming landscape, we made the difficult choice to shift our development efforts to creating a version for the Switch. I'm really looking forward to the Switch, and I believe that Switch's unique capabilities could create something exciting for Stardew Valley. I do emphasize that I am absolutely committed to seeing Stardew Valley on Nintendo platforms, and I really do appreciate your support and understanding in this. I haven't played Stardew Valley. I'm not really a big Harvest Moon person, but people have been going crazy about this game. So it is sad to see the Wii U version canceled, but it's great to know it's coming to the Switch. Sephiron has the first comment, and he says, I'm glad we are at least getting it. I'll definitely pick it up on my Switch. Well, that's what we want to hear. Support those third parties and support those indies. EA had some more to say about the Switch. This is EA's Peter Moore. He says, Nintendo has always been and will always be a very important partner in the industry. They have some of the best first-party development studios in the world and some of the most valuable intellectual properties in the world. We have announced publicly that we got a partnership with them on their new platform, the Switch. We haven't talked in detail on what that's about. You can imagine, as you heard, that a major game will be distributed on that platform. We're huge fans. We have a relationship that goes many decades back. They've had some difficult times, as is recently obvious, but it says if. But never ever discount Nintendo in the marketplace and their ability to leverage their superb game development opportunities. Their intellectual properties, whether it's Mario, whether it's Zelda, whether it's Metroid Prime, we could go on forever about what they can do. Obviously, Pokemon as well. We've seen more recently. We're going to watch with interest, and you can rest assured that EA, just like every major publisher, is in regular conversations with Nintendo. So, like what we hear from Take-Two is great. What we hear from EA is the same old BS, and I don't blame people for being upset about it. The top-rated comment is a picture, so I'll go to the next comment. Shadowbuster says,
"No, wait, what's the picture?"
It's of
It's Rule
EA's
34.
head of development, saying on the Reggie body, being like, "Well, whatever." Shadowbuster says, "Too long, didn't read. We will release 2 to 3 ports of very old games and then stop supporting the Switch because nobody bought our games." Well, we'll see if that happens again. It's not like it hasn't happened before. Video review for Super Mario Maker for 3DS, which I already told you about. Check that out. Here's a better breakdown of the sales success that Pokemon Sun and Moon have seen in Europe. Over 1.5 million units in Europe were sold during the first week, and that's a record for the Pokemon series in Europe. And this is also a record for Nintendo, making it the biggest launch of all time for a Nintendo game in Europe. So that's fantastic. And in the UK alone, Sun and Moon sold over 368,000 units. So there's your total for for Europe or for UK specifically. But 1.5 million first week in Europe. A new record for Pokemon Company and Nintendo. Giant Reggie says it's not Stardew Valley, it's Stardew Michaels Valley. Kuro says, greatly deserved. If Stars fixes the problems I had with it, it would be the best Pokemon game for me. And then he says it already is for many. Stars is the rumored port of Pokemon Sun and Moon to the Switch. We don't know if it's true. Maybe we'll find out at the January event. I talked about the Paris event. Pokemon Sun and Moon were also making history in North America. Or the Americas in general, North and South America. Pokemon Sun and Moon sold a combined total of 3.7 million units. That's the fastest selling game Nintendo has ever launched in the Americas. That's in less than 2 weeks as well. And if you're wondering, that's an 85% increase over Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, and they were the previous record holders. So you can see just how big Pokemon Sun and Moon are right now.
Kids were debating in class the other day which one was better, Sun or Moon.
Well, there's only one answer, but I'd like to hear what they were saying.
Somebody said Moon, and a kid yelled, Sun is way better. And the other kid was like, no, Moon is way better. And the kid that said Sun was way better, the Moon kid goes,
"Oh, touche.
Have you even played Pokemon?" And he's like, no. And the kid goes, I rest my case.
Oh, wow. We got a young Rummy cowboy in the classroom. Yeah, the correct
two Michaels.
The correct answer is Moon, without a doubt. You play during the day, and in the game, it's night. That's cool. I mean, hands down, that's cool.
Nighttime is cool. Kids are
nighttime is cool.
I rest my case. Nighttime is cool.
I rest my case.
There ain't
Case closed.
There ain't no curfews in Pokemon Moon, if you know what I mean.
I'm not sure.
It's always night, so you just go out all the time. You just can't go out during the day, which is night.
Okay.
I understand.
You can go out during the day, which is night, but you can't go out at night, which is day.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Top-rated comment comes from Barracks. Barracks says, my mother never played the game before. The first Pokemon game she played is Pokemon Go. Why? Because it was a game she can relate with me on, since it had stuff she knew about when I was growing up, watching the anime and playing the various games and toys. Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Jigglypuff, she knew each of these characters. She knew each of these characters was in it, and it's a game she understands. Mind you, she isn't tech illiterate. She likes games being simple and basic. First time I ever saw her buy a Pokemon game and a 3DS to play it on was Pokemon Sun. And I believe it wholly had to be impacted by her current gaming with Pokemon Go. There you go. A new mommy, new to gaming, picked up a 3DS and Pokemon, whatever. Pokemon Sun, that's too bad. It's the direct influence of Pokemon Go. There you go. Mobile as a gateway to traditional platforms. That is what Nintendo has been saying for a long time now. They want their mobile games to entice people to pick up their traditional hardware. And right here, you're seeing a perfect example of it with Pokemon Sun and Moon. There's a reason why it's a record holder now, because more people bought the game because of the influence of Pokemon Go. So when Super Mario Run comes out December 15th, Then on January 12th, Nintendo that can be like, hey, the Switch is launching with Super Mario Fiesta, and you want it. And people are going to be like, you know what? I do want it. That's the name right now, I'm telling you. Super Mario Fiesta.
Okay, Super Mario Fiesta.
Mark it down.
That's bueno.
That's not inside information. That's my own guess. But come on. It's Fiesta. What else would it be? Give me another Mexican word.
I don't really want to put myself out there.
Super Mario Chipotle. That's it. Got it. Yeah, we don't need to do that. All right, so here's some data on the NES Classic Edition sales on eBay. On Black Friday, the NES Classic Edition was selling 1 every 2 minutes. On Cyber Monday, they were selling 1 every 2 minutes. So it didn't change, except, you know, there's not a lot out there. Roughly 20,000 NES Classic Editions were sold on eBay between November 15th and November 22nd. Average sales price of the NES Classic Edition on November 11th was $230. NES Classic Edition is now selling for an average of $198, but there's still a high of $286 and a low of $154. So stock issues are the reason here, obviously, because Nintendo needs to get more out there. So sales are slowing because there's not as many to sell. But tomorrow, Toys R Us, oh my God, we should go and we should buy them and we should sell them on eBay for millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. And TLC tomorrow if you want to come.
Do you see G-Mancer said "Adios mio"?
Roth has the new name figured out. Damn it. It's Super Mario Hasta la Vista, baby. Yeah, we could buy Switches or what? We could buy Classic Editions and we could buy Hatchimals.
Yeah.
And we can live like kings.
Let's do it.
Let's go. I want to do it.
All right, go.
You think there's going to be a line there tonight?
Yeah, I do.
I'm calling them after the podcast. I'm going to see what's up. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yeah, but I don't sell stuff on eBay.
Yeah, well, Angela, I'm sure, could do it for you with
yeah, for some of this.
Well, a little scratch.
Tiny violin. Yeah, well, you know, maybe she won't because I'll be like, hey, I went out and got your kid a stupid. Oh, it's going to be buy one per customer.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I mean, call and see what they say.
Wait, you got a kid a stupid one?
Got your kid a stupid Hatchimal. One of her kids wants a Hatchimal.
I mean, but I'm
I'll be like, hey, I went to Toys R Us and bought your kid a dumb Hatchimal. Sell this shovel for me on eBay.
Yeah, but there's two of us, so I could go.
You just said you weren't going. You're not going to stay up all night outside.
I'm sorry, what are Hatchimals? I plead ignorance on this.
All right, Hatchimals. Let me tell you, they are the hottest gift of the Christmas season. I mean, NES Classic Edition is big, but Hatchimal's bigger.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. It's an egg. And you have to nurture and take care of the egg.
Right.
And if you're a good enough egg mommy.
And the egg's like, maybe like a little bit bigger than that microphone.
Yes, I should say. If you're good enough egg mommy, magic starts to happen. And your Hatchimal hatches out of the egg. And you are now the proud parent of like, it's like a, I don't know what, look it up. I don't know what animal looks like. Kind of an owl, I guess, but it's not really now. And then it just basically like turns into a Furby kind of.
Oh, okay.
But you like teach it words and it talks to you and stuff.
And it comes out of an egg.
Comes out of an egg.
An egg.
How
And then
about
you
that
eat the
picture I sent you of that Hane
Oh, the
sitting on those?
Giant Reggie says,
kitties.
buy one and have the whole GoNintendo crew sign it and sell it. That would bring in less money, I think. People will be like, I don't want that marker all over the system.
Then what did I say? Future Juicy Marmalade Boys.
Yeah, that was really good.
So then Rami goes, I really wish Kirby had found this first and sent it to you. That would've been
She
funny.
would have
Yeah.
screamed at the top of her lungs. Ubisoft has some more to say about Switch. I'm going to go over this very quickly. This is Ubisoft's Xavier
Before you do this,
Ploy.
I need to know, do you want me to make you copycat Pizza Hut breadsticks?
Today?
I'd have to go to ShopRite, but I can do that.
How do you do it?
I'm doing my shop from home order right now. So I found a recipe for copycat Pizza
On
Hut
Pinterest?
breadsticks. No, food.com.
What's the rating?
One,
Yeah, but you know what's the
2,
key?
3,
The
4,
sauce.
5, 4.5 out of 5 stars.
The
16
key is the
reviewers.
sauce, though.
But what if you had my pasta sauce?
I
with
mean,
it?
that is good sauce, yeah. I'm getting a boner right now. BONR.
With the long
got a
vowel,
boner.
with the long vowel over the O, but kind of attached
Yes.
to the B. So
No, I want
like
I want an umlaut over an O.
Bjorner.
Bjorner. Yeah, let's do it. You do it today. I was gonna say let's do it. The only let's from me is eating it. Let's do it today. I'll sit and watch you. That's me.
I'll sit and open my mouth.
I'll open my mouth and you make the food.
I'll make them if you'll vacuum.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I just took a
I
bath.
was gonna say I just vacuumed myself.
You can probably do that.
I can't do it today. I just vacuumed myself. Once a week vacuuming. Oh man, that's dumb. Woo! I'll vacuum this weekend, not today. That leaves one more day.
Tomorrow, yeah. Before
Tomorrow.
people. Well, that's good because I'll
Before
be
people come
decorating.
over.
So then I'll
Tomorrow.
make a mess.
Yeah, make the mess
You know, you
today.
shouldn't make fun of her if she's gonna make you breadsticks.
It's a
I'll
loving
make
it's
us
a loving
all breadsticks.
tease. It's a playful jab.
Okay, we're good with that.
Yes. All right. Ubisoft Xavier Poi. I don't even care about this anymore.
What do you want from
I don't care about
ShopRite?
this loser.
Wait, I can't
For
do this right
shout-out?
now. Yeah, now.
For shout out,
He says the
Brad.
Switch is a very clear premise. The way it changes the way you play doesn't come necessarily with the controllers because they were here with the Wii as well. But in a way, it is mobile. The way you can play it on a bus and go home and put it on your TV immediately and then come back to your room because somebody else wants to watch TV. This is very interesting. Not necessarily, God damn it, not necessarily revolutionizing the way you play, but since we are world creators that try to put players in our universe and find ways to keep them there, it's very exciting to find ways of staying in this world. I think it's a good match for our style, and I think, yes, this is a good evolution because for the first time you have a console that is bringing two worlds together, which is the mobile handheld and the usual console experience. We are thinking that if Nintendo's philosophy is really to gather those two worlds, if adult players and console players could be the same community, then what's the best user journey of one player that would own the Switch? Not necessarily only with the Switch, mind you, but we try to consider this in the way our upcoming games are being designed. We thought about the time needed for a play session in this game to fit the experience of a handheld. When you are playing a game, an adult console game or a mobile game, for instance, what kind of weird phrasing is that? An adult console game or a mobile game? You're spending less time than when you are at home in front of your TV for hours. So that's something that we have in mind for the games that we are producing right now. So the Ubisoft is really down with the idea of the Switch being able to go with you wherever you go and you keep that console experience right in your pocket. G-Master has first comment. He says, but will it blend? I'm sure that guy on YouTube is going to check that out for you. Today's big story, which I told you about. Oh, dear. North America, this week's downloads, what we get on Wii U and 3DS. We got Super Mario Maker for Nintendo 3DS on the Nintendo 3DS. We also got Swap Doodle, which, you know, we had already, but they're just pointing out in case you missed it. On Wii U Virtual Console, you can get Advance Wars Dual Strike, the DS game. So that franchise has not been forgotten. There's cyber deals as well, and they end on December 5th, so you still got some time. Deals on games like Jeopardy, Fun Mini Golf Touch, and other stuff. Also new this week, Hyperlight EX, Cup Critters, and Shoot the Ball.
What is so? Oh,
because we don't know what the critters are.
I know.
God damn
They're
it.
probably just characters in the game.
Well, if you're going to explain the game to me and not tell me what the critters are, I'm not buying it. I want to know what the critters do.
Maybe the critters are like the ones playing with the ball in the cup.
All right, I'm sold.
Or wait, is it actually like that, you know, that ball in the cup toy with the string?
I don't know anything about it.
All right, I'm gonna.
I had that one tiny paragraph.
Do a Google image search or something.
Guy Bond says Advance Wars takes place on Wars World. Don't think I knew that. Well, now you know. Google Play says that Pokemon Go is their top trending game of 2016, which is no surprise because for a while there, it was everything anyone was ever talking about.
Wait, what's it called again?
Cup Critters.
Cup Critters.
Top trending games of this year. So Pokemon Go is #1, and then we have Clash Royale, Traffic Rider, Slither.io, and Dream League Soccer. Those are your top games. Oh, sorry, those are your top trending games.
Great news.
Cigarette juice.
This same website has dipping sauce Pizza Hut style. A recipe.
How do you make it? Isn't that like, it's just going to say, like, buy these 2 cans of crap and put them together, right?
That's probably what pizza does.
Tomato sauce, Italian seasoning, oregano, and garlic powder.
There you go. So so the sauce you already have plus some
No,
bits.
the sauce I already have has all that stuff in it anyway.
Oh, well then we're good. I mean, I would dip my breadsticks in
Now
the sauce you
somebody
already
says
have.
they add sugar, which would make sense.
Well, let's not do that. I love the sauce the way you have it.
Everybody says I strongly advise 2 tablespoons of sugar and tastes exactly like pizza.
I love the sauce the way you have it.
You bitch.
Don't mess with my bread.
I have
sauce,
added a
you
bit more
bitch.
sugar to the dipping sauce, and it just tastes amazing.
Well, can't we just add the sugar later?
What do you mean?
Just like throw it in.
That's what you do.
So don't put the sugar in. Let me eat it without the sugar, and then we'll try sugar. Did you say sugar? Sugar.
Wait, what was that thing you said last night?
Wow.
Well,
We're saying it all day today. Wow.
except Rummy doesn't
Wow.
put any voice through, right? He just he just. I invented a new
last
letter.
night we were talking about a new letter for the alphabet.
Wait. First of all, it was R-Type, Kirby, Raw Meat, and me all laying around on the couches like we were at a sleepover.
Like we were Gilbert Grape's mama.
And we were watching Christmas Hallmark movies. Why? I don't know.
Because R-Type wanted to.
And
That's right.
R-Type and I, we're both teachers.
I told you I didn't know what we were going to do if you came over. I did not expect that to happen.
And
Yeah, we didn't play anything.
we get tired and punchy, and we were hysterical laughing. Like it was a
Yeah, I don't even remember why you were coming up with new letters.
you know why? Because we said we need an app. We need to invent an app, and then somebody was like, "Let's invent a new letter of the alphabet." And I came up with the best one.
Wow.
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 That'll be the podcast picture today. My drawing of wow.
Oh, it's a good one.
Wait, you have a drawing?
I have it saved on my phone. Oh, did you not see that? Were you asleep?
I probably was.
I was trying to draw what that letter would look like, and I came up with one that R-Type and Mom Brain both approved. So I will show it to you after the podcast.
So yeah, I'm not seeing any critters.
See?
In this cup critters image search.
Reggie, Fees, Ame, Reggie, Phil's. Oh, sorry.
Amy.
Reggie, Phil's Amy is going to be on The Tonight Show with James Fallon. That is going to be Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, whatever day that is. The 7th. He'll be on Late Night. Or I'm sorry, he'll be on The Tonight Show. Late Night is something else. We don't know what he's showing. I said my guess is Super Mario Run because that comes out on December 15th. And what else is Nintendo going to show this holiday season? He's not, I mean, maybe he'll show Super Mario Maker. Maybe he'll show both. But I really think it's going to be Super Mario Run. But we will find out. We will watch it together, and we will be disappointed together. But Reggie will be there. First comment comes from Kuro. They have the top-rated comment, and Kuro says, Reggie should wear a Captain Falcon pin to give people hopes that an F-Zero game is coming. Yeah, just make people sad. That's what Reggie's in the business of, making people sad. Good Lord Almighty.
He's about kicking ass and making people sad.
And making tears. I told you Toys R Us is getting NES Classic Edition tomorrow. Here you go. This is a fantastic story. Kirby, you should enjoy this one.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Boon, co-creator of Mortal Kombat, gives some names for Mortal Kombat before it was called Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I think I heard about this.
He originally wanted to call it Van Damme. And they were like, just imagine seeing that in the arcade walking by and big arcade marquee says Van Damme.
Right,
How could you not want to play that? Because at the time, Van Damme was huge.
Yeah, was he like supposed to actually be in
They
the game?
sent it to him. Yeah, they sent like a demo of it to him, and then whatever the deal couldn't be worked out.
Yeah, and his character ended up becoming Johnny Cage.
Yes. Also names that were high up on the list. They say Kumite,
Okay.
Dragon Attack. The song by Queen.
Oh yeah. Got a dragon on my back.
Death Blow,
I kind of like that.
I was gonna say that's not terrible.
I mean, there are actual death blows in the game.
Yeah, and this one's funny. Final Fist. But how did they get to Mortal Kombat? So they wrote a whole bunch of words down on a whiteboard, and combat was on the board, just the word combat. And Steve Ritchie was a pinball designer that was, hanging around Midway at the time, and he was friends with Boone. And he said Steve walked into his office and was like, "What's that word on the board there?" And he's like, "We're trying to think of names for this fighting game we're doing." And the guy was like, well, "Why not make that a K, and then you could do like Mortal Kombat? That sounds like cool and edgy." And Boone was like, "Oh my god, that's the answer."
Combat, but with a K?
Yeah. Well, it's cool to change letters to different letters.
I know.
You were reenacting the moment.
Yeah, it was like, what?
Combat with a K? Roth says, big fan of Mortal Kombat games circa 1994 and a live-action movie. Also love the old-school Van Damme movies back then, too, like The Quest, Bloodsport. What is The Quest?
Oh, I haven't seen it. I just know it's about him. It's another movie where he enters a martial arts tournament.
Movie night. Bloodsport, Kickboxers, Street Fighter. And does anyone remember Double Impact? Oh, we remember Double Impact. I used to rent the VHS a lot from my local shop. Oh, yes. We're big Van Damme fans here. You don't have to worry about that, my friend.
Home.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
This is a Van Damme family.
A Van Damme fan.
Van Damme fan will be appearing at the Soho Apple Store on December 8th to talk about Super Mario Run. Apple says, join a video game designer and creator famously known for Super Mario Brothers and other iconic Nintendo games for an insightful chat on the making of Super Mario Run. He'll be in conversation with TV personality Katie Linendahl. Linendahl is your name? To share the importance of fun and the inspiration behind the gameplay. Then you'll get an exclusive look at Super Mario Run before it's released. Someone look up Katie Linendahl, Linendoll. I want to see what she looks like.
I want to know if she's hot.
Because she's going to be talking to Miyamoto. I want to see if I recognize her for something. Blade Master says, well, then Reggie on Fallon is probably Super Mario Run related as well. Yes, just as I guessed. The Game Awards were this week. Game Awards 2016. I would say it was a decent event. It had some great moments in it. They showed some fun trailers. We got some new content. Some people gave lovely speeches. Like the guy that made That Dragon Cancer gave a tearful acceptance speech for winning his award. It was heartwarming and everything it needed to be. Jeff Keighley gave Hideo Kojima his Lifetime Achievement Award, which he couldn't do last year because Konami wouldn't let him appear there. So it was a great moment to see that. And Jeff was very choked up. Well, my goodness, what news is she doing?
There's,
Well.
I'd like her to do my news.
And at the Game Awards, they also showed 2 new clips for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So we have one new trailer, which is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Life in the Ruins trailer, which shows NPCs, shows characters that we've never seen before, shows towns, which is something we haven't seen before as well, shows some sort of airship, and most importantly, it shows someone, but it doesn't show their face. It shows someone in the same style clothing that Link is in, but they have boobs. Yeah, long hair and boobs, so you don't see the face. So something's going on there. Is it Zelda? Is it a playmale? Is it a playable female Link? Is it both? Is it just another NPC? I don't know. But fans have been buzzing about it ever since. So we're waiting. We're all waiting for Game Explain to put out their super analysis to give us some more insight into it. Mirai has the top rated comment, and they say, can't wait until Game Explain spends 3 hours on this. Well, there you go. That's what I said. Yep, I'm sure they're working on it right now. The analysis machine has been fired up. Poor Andre. So I've been talking to him a lot this week about YouTube crap, and I've always greatly respected everything the Game Explain guys do. But when you really get into creating video content and going through that like every day, you get such a greater, deeper respect for what they do. It is amazing the stuff that they do over at Game Explain, how much work they do and how hard they work on their projects. And It's amazing. It really is. It really is. So those guys deserve every bit of success that they get and much, much, much more. So if you're not subscribed to Game Explained on YouTube, go do that. Tell them I sent you because I love Andre and I love everybody else over there. And we chat all the time, all the time. He's a very good guy. One of the best guys I know in the industry. And also they shared a Treehouse video where you see Nate Bill Dorff and Bill Trinan playing Breath of the Wild, and they run you through some of that. Bill Trinan, the man at Nintendo that loves Parents Play.
Yeah.
Just want to say that again. Bill Trinan, official Parents Play fan. Just putting it out there. If he's watching it and loving it, maybe you should too. We got more Pokemon Sun and Moon news. It set another record in France. Now, so UK, not a lot of Nintendo fans. France, tons of Nintendo fans. Very big in France. Pokemon Sun and Moon has set a record over in France. It sold 425,000 units in its first week, making it the biggest first week ever for Nintendo in France. Biggest for any piece of software ever. And if you'd like some perspective on that, when Pokemon X and Y launched in France, it sold 125,000 units in its first week. So Pokemon Sun and Moon beat it by a ton. And think about how big like the DS and the Wii were in France, and still Pokemon Sun and Moon beat it. System with a smaller install base, but a much bigger Pokemon base.
Are you okay?
Gotcha. I saw boobs. Somebody said boobs. Rocket says, all we know in the new Zelda is that this mysterious character has boobs. That's true. And G-Man-Star has figured it out. He says it's Ganon. Female Ganon. Femgan. Nurio says, that's curious that the French-focused Pokemon game performed relatively worse in France. Yeah, I thought that too. We have our Legend of Zelda 30th Anniversary Amiibo unboxing, and I'm going to make the mistake of reading the comment here. Source Code has first comment. He says, I just picked up all 3 at Best Buy today. Technically 4, he says. No pre-order required, shockingly. I love them. They now proudly sit on the shelf with the rest of my Zelda display. Yes, shelf. Mom Brain, I need something to display my Amiibo on. And I was thinking just like literally a board and 2 like brackets in my game room.
Whatever you want, dear.
But I'm not handy.
Well, so here's the thing. What needs, I think a spice rack would do well. Like a bunch of like corny old spice racks, spray painted great colors would be fun.
But spice racks aren't very big, are they?
Well, no, but your Amiibo aren't. I mean, they're not any bigger than.
No, I mean, like, how many Amiibo do you think I could fit on a spice rack? 25?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe that's enough.
I mean, otherwise, if you get the boards on the brackets, you'd need like steps.
Carefree Captain says spice racks are amazing for Amiibo. There you go. Let's go to Walmart, buy a spice rack.
We got to go to like a thrift store. Like a secondhand.
Yeah, I don't think Walmart's going to have a spice rack.
Why won't they have a spice rack?
Walmart.
Because it's Walmart.
Walmart has to have a spice rack.
No, I went there looking for a wine spout. They didn't have that either.
TJ Maxx might have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking after I left.
Nintendo revealed what the Amiibo do in Breath of the Wild, the 30th anniversary Amiibo, which we said, but I'll give you the will I?
Will I? I just don't know.
All right, let me see if I can do this from memory. 8-bit Link gives you barrels full of rupees. Ocarina of Time Link gives you a treasure chest full of meat.
Who doesn't want
Wind Waker Link gives you a fish. He gives you fish.
Fash.
And Wind Waker Zelda gives you plants. I think that's it. And each Amiibo has the chance of giving you a rare treasure chest as well. Hello, Straight Jeffin. If you'd like a better rundown of that, you can check out today's big story from yesterday. Kuro, first-rated comment, and he says, top-rated comment, he says, bad when Amiibo are used to unlock certain features and bad when Amiibo are used for minor things. No win for Nintendo. Isn't that the truth, my friend? Spoken very well. They don't want big content locked behind Amiibo because people are like, I gotta buy the Amiibo to get that stuff. And then people are like, oh, a treasure chest full of fish. Good job, Nintendo. I'm really gonna buy that amiibo. What's in between? What do you want? What do you want, you assholes? Final top story, Edge magazine. Has been around for 23 years. Congratulations, Edge.
Whoa.
It's at its 300th edition. And I went and talked to some developers, and I said, hey, our first issue came out in 1993. Since then, what has been your favorite game that's been released? And here's some of the Nintendo-related answers. Greg Kasavin at Supergiant Games picked Super Metroid. Toshihiro Nagoshi at Sega picked Pokemon, just in general. David Braben at Frontier says Super Mario 64. David Smith at Media Molecules says Super Mario 64. Dylan Cuthbert, who worked on Star Fox but is also part of Q Games, picked Super Mario 64. Neil Young. Yep, Neil Young of Network says Super Mario 64. Warren Spector picks Super Mario 64. David Brevik of Greybeard Games says Ocarina of Time. Nick Burcombe at Playrise says Ocarina of Time. Phil Harrison at Alloy Platinum Industries says Ocarina of Time. Mr. Hideo Kojima picked Pokemon Gold and Silver. Sefton Hill at Rocksteady said Metroid Prime. And finally, Simon Flesser at Simogo says WarioWare Inc. And then you can read some comments from each developer if you want to. But good to see so much Nintendo love there. They keep in mind, that's over the last 23 years. Those are their favorite games ever over the last 23 years.
Somebody picked a WarioWare game as their favorite?
Yeah. Well, WarioWare is a lot of fun.
It is. I just wouldn't put it at number one.
Maybe they don't like, like story-based games or like scrolling adventures. They just like little things you pour time into and, play a little bit, put it down. G-Man Sir says, notice the lack of Daisy in these games. Yes, that's true. No Daisy for them.
That's proof.
All right. That's it. That's your top stories. Kirby, what have you been playing?
Not much.
Maze.
Oh. I think I played a little bit of The Witcher 3 this week. Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah, And
that's it.
I think that's it.
Mom Brain?
I thought I played something, but I guess not.
That's it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom Brain. What did I play? So I played Super Mario Maker for 3DS because I was finishing up that review. And man, I like that game as far as the Nintendo created levels go. Because it's like having a brand new Mario game, a brand new side-scrolling Mario game, but all the levels look like Super Mario 3, Super Mario World, and New Super Mario Brothers. I really like it. Some of them are challenging, plus you throw the medals in there for extra challenges. Really like it a lot. So I played that. Then I've been super busy. So I haven't been able to play too much, but one night I did play Final Fantasy 15, which is my first Final Fantasy game since 9.
Oh, wow.
Which was on the original PlayStation. Right. Yeah, 9. Because, as I've said, I'm not much of an RPG person. I like action stuff, and this is definitely action. But still heavily RPG, but action RPG. So I'm playing it, and I do like it a lot. So
what is it about exactly? Like all I know is that it's like 4 bros on like a road trip.
So here's what it is about for me so far where I'm at, and I'm very early on. You are this guy, Noctis, and Noctis is like a prince. And the king's like, hey, Noctis, I'm getting old. You got to get married and Noctis some girl up. And he's like, yeah, Dad, I'll do it. And there's some girl he's like, my understanding is there's some girl he's been, what do you call that? Prearranged to be married to.
He's betrothed.
So he's like, he hasn't seen her in forever. He saw her when she was a little kid. They used to hang out, but he hasn't seen her in forever. She's in a different kingdom, and it's about the two kingdoms coming together.
That episode of The Simpsons.
So his dad's like, yeah, you got to go out there. It's time to get married, dude. And he's like, yeah. Can I take my bros? And the dad's like, yeah, because your bros are rad and they'll be at your side forever. So, and he's like, bros, you take care of my son. And they're like, yeah, Dad. So
this is the actual dialogue.
So they get in like, so his dad's like, it's a prince, so you think they'd have like Secret Service or whatever around him to protect him, but they're like, yeah, whatever, you go ride out with your bros. I guess maybe it's like a safe time in the kingdom's era and no one's fighting. So he goes out in a real old-fashioned car, which is actually a new car for us. So it's some like fancy realist. It's probably a real car. I don't know what it is, but they're driving like a regular car, and the thing breaks down. So all of them have to like push it into some town, and they get to this town where they're hanging out, and they meet some girl. I think her name is Cindy, and her father is Sid, and Sid's like a big part of every Final Fantasy game. So Cindy is like, it's like, if girls complain about video games, or like girls are just always half naked in video games, you wouldn't want to show them Cindy, because that's exactly what it is. She's in like a yellow, like tiny jacket, like boobs just hanging out and whatever. She's just eye candy. But she's like, yeah, my dad will fix your car. And while he's doing that, the guys are like, the king's like, or the prince is like, I don't have any money. And she's like, that's all right. Go clear out some of the monsters that have been giving our people trouble. So I went out and did that. And then she's like, all right, car's ready. Now, meanwhile, you're learning a lot of stuff about how to play. And I'm walking in a big open world. So this is taking hours. And then the car gets fixed. And she's like, all right, hey, will you deliver this package for me to the next outpost? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, because you get a choice. And she's like, yeah, I knew you would, so I put it in your car anyway. So you go drive it to this outpost, and the guy's like, thanks. And then like this dog runs up to you, and the dog's got it's like an old like gray dog, and the guy's like, the prince is like, hey, so and so. He knows the dog's name. I don't remember the dog's name. And he's got some book. He takes the book from the dog, and the book's got like a picture in it, and Noctis remembers hanging out with this princess when they were little kids, and she's like, we'll always be together, stupid Square Enix crap. And apparently they've been sending each other this book back and forth, and they draw pictures in it, so he's got to draw a picture in it, and the bros are like, what are you doing? That looks dumb. And he's like, shut up, I don't want to talk about it. And then he gives it back to the dog, and the dog's like, burr, burr, and runs away. Like, I don't know why they don't have a better way to deliver messages than a dog that runs across fields, but whatever. And then the guy at this outpost is like, hey, there's a monster. We need help. And I was like, you got it. And then I saved, and that's where I'm at.
Okay.
So it's all about, like, you get out there and you fight alongside your bros. So, like, the whole time you're fighting, they're like, yeah, great job. Oh, watch out on your left. Oh, what? They don't talk. One guy talks like a bro. Everybody, like, one guy's like an English guy, and he's like, oh, I don't think the weather is appropriate for this kind of fight. Like, it's bad writing, but it's a fun game. And we would watch it for movie night. Like, it's really, the gameplay is fun, and it's fun to play, but so far, and, like, the story has like beats to it that I enjoy, but they're just told poorly.
Okay.
But I think the most important part is the bros, and their story is the most interesting part. So that's good, because they're the focus of the game. So you feel like the bond growing between the guys, and like one of them takes.
I bet there's a bond.
One of the guys takes pictures, and you get to see them when you rest at a camp for a night. He's like, "Hey, look at these."
You wrestle each other. Takes
Greco-Roman
pictures,
style.
you get to see them when you wrestle each
So
other.
you get together at night and you wrestle each other until you're too tired.
Oil each other up.
Then he takes pictures of your trip that you don't get to see until you sit down at the campfire, and then you get to pick. And it's kind of cool to see, like, it's not like predetermined pictures. It's actual pictures that were taken while you're playing, which is kind of cool. So I'm enjoying it. Whatever. It's weird. I always thought Final Fantasy had cheesy writing in it, and that's what this has. So that's what I'm playing.
Look at how freaking ripped Link's thighs are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. I know we're running behind. Mom Brain, get music ready, but I am going to at least read a couple questions that you guys said. And like I said, this is what we're going to do for the next couple weeks. That's not where you go, you idiot. We'll be reading your questions. So thanks to those that left questions. Let us get to them. Carefree Captain George has been in his house since day one, but how long has he been hanging there? A couple months, maybe?
Yeah. When did I do that? It was summer.
All right, question time. Oh boy, we got some questions. Carefree Captain wants to know why you're looking at Link's skirt.
I wasn't. I was just looking at his thighs. They're exposed.
Oh man. Each day, I think more about doing a Patreon, especially now with all this video stuff. All right, so Retro GN Pod says, okay, so let's say that you have 3 frozen pizzas. That's all he says. Armored Frog says, if either Sony or Microsoft could trade a franchise exclusive for one of Nintendo's temporarily, what would either be? So what franchise would we want from Microsoft or Sony, and what franchise would we give Sony or Microsoft from Nintendo? So what ones are we exchanging?
Oddworld.
Well, Oddworld's everything, so no.
No, they're on every platform.
So like Sony has like Uncharted. Destiny's multi-platform.
Is it?
Oh, that's right.
Sony has Uncharted and okay, I want Parappa.
Yeah, that'd be a great.
Parappa's a good fit for Nintendo, and they can give Sony
F-Zero.
Yeah, give them F-Zero because they're doing a Wipeout remaster they just announced today. There you go, that's perfect. And Microsoft, that one I don't know because there's like what else you pick besides Halo? There's no other franchises Microsoft has where you're like, yeah, the big name.
So who are we
first party.
giving them? We still giving them F-Zero?
All right, so give us Halo, and they can have what would work well over there. Give them Geist.
Does that even count as a franchise?
No. Give them. That is tough. What would work well over there? Rocket, we can't pick specific games. Rocket's saying just give them Federation Force. One Metroid game. Give them that one. I was thinking Metroid. I guess give them Metroid. Why not?
Aww.
But it's temporarily.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that way at least somebody would be doing something.
Yeah, no, that's true. Rolf says give them Donkey Kong because they have Rare. So give them Donkey Kong again. Here, work on this thing you already did.
And again, it's not really
It's not really Rare, but we can see how bad the new Rare could screw up Donkey Kong. Yeah, Donkey Kong's the perfect answer. Good one.
Donkey Kong, nuts and bolts.
Donkey Kong, nuts and bolts, my ass. Radical Defect says, excluding the 3D remasters, what's your favorite handheld Zelda game?
The most recent one.
I love that game, but I might go Spirit Tracks.
Really? Okay.
I loved Spirit Tracks. Yeah, I mean, a Link Between Worlds would be right up there.
I really loved A Link Between Worlds. I beat that game on Christmas Day.
All right, so let's go through it. Oracle of, all right.
Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening, Oracle of Ages and Seasons, Minish Cap, Phantom Hourglass?
Yeah.
Spirit Tracks.
Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds. Wait, are we not missing some? It seems like, has there not been?
Well, there's like Four Swords.
Four Swords Adventures.
Four Swords is fun.
It's not as many portable Zeldas as I thought.
Maybe we're missing one. I don't know.
No, yeah, I stay with Spirit Tracks. I loved Spirit Tracks. I like the whole train thing. I don't know. I just really like that game. That's my pick. And you
Triforce Heroes?
Triforce Heroes is on it, but it's not, that's like a spin-off.
Yeah.
So you're picking A Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
And you are picking A Link Between Worlds?
I think I'll pick that one.
2 Link Between Worlds, 1 Spirit Tracks. There you go.
I mean, although I did, I enjoyed the Minish Cap and so.
We'll do one more question for right now. Please go back in here and keep responding to this one because I'll read more questions off this. I mean, there's a lot more here, but Mega Jacob F says, what is your cat's favorite Nintendo system? That is very easy. The NES Classic Edition, and you can vouch for this because he knocks it off the little thing all the time.
So that means he hates it.
No, he loves rubbing up on it with his tail because he's a pervert.
He's not a pervert. He just wants to be able to take the family business when he needs to.
Is he killing me? He is, I think. Yeah.
If somebody puts you on a table, you're done for.
That's right. All right.
He'll bat you just to the edge, and then he'll look at me and wham.
Let's do music.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine him like knocking me off the table, and I'm like, it's like the good son. Like I have my arm reached out to you, and I'm like, Mom, right, please.
And down he goes. Alrighty, so our
You got breadsticks. I want to eat them.
I want to hear it.
Oh. All right, this first one comes from Andy
The zombie.
Zombie. Let me just see what we've got here. Okay.
Oh, dear. Can you turn your laptop a little
Dear
bit?
whiz.
Yes.
It's playing out of both. I think it is. Is it playing out of both?
That's your answer.
It's playing out of both.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
You found the go-between. Try pushing your little dingly-do more. Oh, you know, it's because of how I set up the movie. Yes. I got no idea. Metal Gear Twin Snakes.
No.
Metal Gear 3.
Is it a Metal Gear?
No.
Metroid.
Nope.
Yeah, I got nothing.
We don't know. Smash Brothers.
Brawl?
Wii U, 3DS. Melee.
It's on the Wii U.
Smash Brothers.
It's not Smash.
Well, then why'd you pause?
I heard something that I thought might.
Is it first party?
Yeah.
Kirby. Should be an epic Kirby song. Fire Emblem.
No.
Metroid.
Nope.
Pokemon.
Nope.
Oh.
Star Fox Zero.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about Star Fox Zero.
Yep. Well done.
Kill
That
me.
was from
Just
Andy the
kill me.
Zombie with Star Fox Zero.
Just kill me.
Kill me.
This one comes from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks. I know it's not bonk, but it sounds a little bonkish.
Not mine.
It's not a little funky.
Is this NES?
It is. It's a little off. It's a rare game.
Is it a license?
Dictionary.
No.
Wizards and Warriors.
Uh-oh.
Battletoads.
Nope.
It is a bad day for music trivia. I don't know.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Solar Jetman.
Oh, and I guessed that a lot, but I've never
Solar
played it.
Jetman, and it was
Forgot
from Raj
Reggie.
Chaos. This one comes from Bowling for Bear.
Animal Crossing.
No.
Yeah, wait.
Wii something? Nintendo Land?
Nope.
Why do I know this? Oh, it's the 3DS, the puzzle, the street, whatever.
Okay, that's what that sounds like.
Yeah, Puzzle Swap. There was
God.
a time where we heard that like.
Yeah,
A lot.
it's like that's really familiar.
So that was from Bowling for Bear, and it was Puzzle Swap on the 3DS. This one comes from Naka or Noka.
Oh my goodness gracious, I love it. It's familiar.
It should be.
How's this stuff?
Already?
All right, don't give me. Oh my God, it's really familiar.
Too funky.
No such thing.
Is it Wario?
No.
Why do I know this?
He's played it. Yeah.
God damn it. There's like specific notes that are really jogging my memory.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my god, it's so good. All right, tell me system. Oh, I know what it is. It's Super Mario Maker.
It's not.
So
I really thought it was.
No, it wasn't. Can you
Is it Xenoblade Chronicles X?
No.
First party?
Yep.
I know what it is for sure.
Okay.
It's Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yes.
Yes! Yes! Oh, thank God.
Yoshi's Woolly World. Fed up with this world.
You
All right, that was Yoshi's Woolly World.
know why? Because I heard PC play that so much.
And it came to us from Naka. Or Noka.
Noja.
Here's one from Jet Jaguar. Oh no. This isn't the first one from Jet
That's
Jaguar,
right,
is
too.
it?
I was going to say focus all attacks again.
No. Oh, here's what I did.
You screwed up. That's what you did.
The earlier song, the Solar Jetman song, came from Raj Chaos, and I might have said Jet Jaguar.
I'm so sorry, Raj.
Me too. My apologies. So this one does come from Jet Jaguar. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know what system.
Yes.
What? A bug? Where's there a bug? Where?
On the wall.
oh,
Oh my God.
It's a Harry Houdini. You gotta get it.
No, we
You
gotta
gotta
do
get
this. We gotta do
You gotta get it. You're not picking
you gotta get it before it gets you.
this. We don't know. Go ahead.
Plants vs. Zombies.
I never played
It's a
any
Jaguar.
version of that.
You gotta get it. This song comes.
What?
I hate those things. This song comes from Blood Ocean 07.
What system? Game Boy? No. NES?
Yeah.
I got no idea.
No.
Casino, whatever the hell that was.
Wall Street shit.
No.
Final Fantasy. I don't know.
Vegas Dream
God damn it, it was one.
from Blood Ocean.
Oh
07.
man. Man, this is terrible. This is terrible.
This one comes from Mikey3319. It's coming.
Dirty the silliest.
Yes!
Let it go. It gets really scary. Not yet. This isn't scary. I mean, we're getting scary. But
Oh, he's moving. He's going.
back to his den. This is the scary part.
It's okay, Mom, right? Don't try not to think about it curling in your mouth.
What, are they all in there? Where did that go?
This whole strip is just one big one. All right, go ahead.
Oh, Lord. Okay, this one comes from Toad64.
Need a little sun. Yeah, I feel like this one's real quiet. There you go. I mean, I don't know it anyway.
Yeah, me neither.
Go ahead, end my suffering. I don't know this one.
Home Alone on the NES.
So, we were just talking about Home Alone like last week.
Now,
This is a terrible music section. Go away.
this next song comes to us from Will Natsuteki, and I'm late on this because I just read the email. but I need to read it to you. This came in on November 2nd, so a month ago. I'm writing in this week to commemorate the 10-year anniversary of the GoNintendo podcast music trivia. Did you know the music trivia was first played back in episode 64, November 4th, 2006?
True. Wow.
10 years
We've
ago
done
this week.
so much music.
So today, I am submitting for you a very special song, which was the first song played during the inaugural trivia. The song was originally submitted by Kurbutashi and was correctly identified by none other than Lube.
Oh no.
There's another reason I'm writing this week, because it also so happens to be 10 years from the time that I myself first began listening to your podcast, and I've enjoyed listening to it every single week since. I want to thank everyone for giving me 10 years of consistent, informative, and entertaining, that's us, consistent, informative, and entertaining podcast. I look forward to continue listening for the next 10 years and beyond. See if you can outdo
Well,
Lube.
today's our last show, so I'm sorry.
Wait, it is?
Oh, God. It's going to be disappointing if we don't get it.
Well, we just have to think of games that Lube has played.
Fire Emblem.
No.
Why would Lube get this? What the hell does he play? Lube got this. What system? Wii? Is Wii even out? GameCube?
Cute.
What the? He played on the GameCube. Smash Brothers.
No.
Battle Tanks.
No.
Turok.
What the hell would he play? Killer 7.
No.
You didn't play that. Resident Evil.
No.
I'm out of Lube guesses. I don't know. Zelda.
Nope.
He doesn't play Metroid. Gauntlet.
Nope.
Oh no.
That was a good guess.
I don't want to not get it. True Crime. No. James Bond.
Nope.
Prince of Persia. Pitfall. I don't know. Forget it.
You sure?
Don't say that.
I'm gonna feel really bad.
Yeah. Are we gonna feel bad?
No, I don't think so.
All right, go ahead.
It was Eternal Darkness.
Oh, we are gonna feel really bad. He knew this song. He didn't play the game, did he?
No.
Well, sometimes.
You know what sucks? Never mind. I can't say that. Oh wait, I can. He talked about it, didn't he? Nicky Hill? Whatever. I'll ruin it. Nicky Hill's playing Eternal Darkness.
Yeah, we was talking about it last.
If he was here, he would have got it. Man, I don't remember this from Eternal Darkness at all. Yeah, that makes me upset.
Yeah, maybe this is from like the end credits.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's it. I only had 9 songs.
Boy, we did
So much
real
to end
bad.
on
What did we
that.
get? 3, 2?
You got Journey to whatever.
Yeah.
You got Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yeah.
Puzzle Swap.
Yeah.
Solar Jetman? No. And Star Fox
Yeah.
Zero, no.
Yeah.
So what is that?
We got
3?
3 of them?
Yeah.
Good job, you guys, this week. Bad job, us. Holy crap, that's terrible. Well,
I'm so ashamed.
thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Good job stumping us. We're going to go
Stump
cry
you.
now. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Now that we're at the after show, let's talk fact or fuck. let's find out. Let's talk about Mads Mikkelsen
Oh,
in
yeah.
Death Stranding. Have you watched that trailer?
No,
Oh man.
I just saw pictures.
Oh man. I can't wait for that game. I was excited about it before, but now Mads is in it.
We don't even know what it's about.
Yeah, we know what it's about. It's about Norman Reedus showing up on a beach, and there's a baby connected to him, and then the baby disappears.
Somebody in the IRC suggested getting this for your Amiibo.
Was that nail polish? Crap?
It's for like spices in a cabinet.
Oh. Yeah, but where I need to put that on something.
I
though.
know, like on the shelves.
Like
in
a
the back
spice
room.
rack, you would.
Now it's on a wall.
Yeah. But thank you for the suggestion. And then Guillermo del Toro is dressed all fancy, and he's got some kind of weird pod that a baby's in, and he watched some tank go by that has.
Oh, is he actually like in the game?
Yeah.
Del Toro?
He has some tank. You see some tank go by with like monster soldiers, and tank's got like veins and stuff on it, and then he crawls into a sewer, and there's a skeleton army, but they're in like weird. Military garb, and they're connected to one guy, and that guy lets them go off of these cables, and that guy's Mads, and he takes his visor off, and the helmet disintegrates, and he's like, "Shh, I'm Mads," and nothing makes sense. Kojima the game, that's all it is. Yeah. So in the trailer so far has been Norman Reedus, Guillermo del Toro, and Mads Mikkelsen, and a baby.
What more could anybody want in their life?
Some weird baby. And if you play both trailers at the same time, the one from last year and one from this year, Norman Reedus picks up the baby and he's like, "Oh, the baby," and then he looks down and it disappeared. And in the new trailer, the moment the baby disappears in the old trailer, the baby reappears in Guillermo del Toro's little like baby pod. It's weird.
Oh,
weird.
baby pod.
It's weird. It's weird. But I can't wait for it. But I have to wait for it because it's probably not going to be out until 2018.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Just like The Last of Us Part 2, which was announced today, which is exciting. Now Nintendo's got to do their event and really fire back. They got to show us Super Mario Fiesta and show us that new Metroid's coming that people want, and then show us this Rabbids Mario weirdness and F-Zero. People want F-Zero. I don't know. They just need a big event. Sony had a good one today. Let's hope Nintendo does as well. All right. Show's almost done exporting. We are out of here. Thank you for watching and listening and hanging out. I appreciated every single one of you that dropped by, and especially those of you that came into the chat. We thank you very much. And we will, I've just decided now that this isn't the last show. We're going to do another one next week. I've decided it. So we will see you next week, hopefully, for episode 591. Thanks for joining us. And like I said, check out the YouTube channel. See if there's some other crap on here you like. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.